You're watching the 18 WJTS News. I'm Joy Holt. In top stories making headlines around the area, Jasper continues to feel the effect of national retailers closing brick and mortar stores. The start of summer will see NDOT beginning work on local bridges, and as an outbreak of hepatitis A is seen across the nation, Hoosiers are being warned to take precautions if traveling out of the state. In our first story, Jasper continues to be affected by the nationwide trend of brick and mortar store closures as Banton, the parent company of Carson's, announced it will be liquidating its assets after a recent bankruptcy. With the closing of major national retailers over the past decade as brick and mortar stores go the way of the dodo, Jasper continues to see the effects. In a press release this week, the company announced the winning bid from a recent bankruptcy auction went to Liquidators Great American Group LLC and Tiger Capital Group. Liquidation sales will soon follow at stores owned by Banton, including the Carson's department store in Jasper. A bankruptcy court hearing to approve the sale and wind down of the company's operations was scheduled on Wednesday. Banton President and CEO Bill Tracy expressed his disappointment by the outcome and stated that the company had tried very hard to identify bidders interested in operating the business. He did say Banton is still committed to working constructively with the winning bidder to ensure an orderly wind down of operations that minimizes the impact of this development on associates, customers, vendors, and the communities they serve. Throughout the court-supervised asset sale process, the company's stores, e-commerce, and mobile platforms under the Banton, Bergner's, Boston Store, Carson's, Elder Beerman, Herberger's, and Yonkers nameplates will remain open throughout the store closing sales. Banton expects to provide more details about the liquidation plans and going out of business sales at its stores following approval of the winning bid by the bankruptcy court. Previously announced in February of this year, Banton and its subsidiaries filed voluntary petitions for a court-supervised financial restructuring under Chapter 11 of the United States Bankruptcy Code and U.S. Bankruptcy Court for the District of Delaware. Currently located in Jasper's Northside Germantown Shopping Center, Carson's originally opened as an Elder Beerman. Jasper has recently seen the closings of its JCPenney store last summer and office supply retailer Staples, which also closed last year. With summer approaching, so does a list of road work for NDOT to complete. Officials with the Indiana Department of Transportation say lane closures are planned for 2 bridges in the Jasper vicinity beginning next month that will last throughout the summer. NDOT says on or around Thursday, May 3rd, crews will be simultaneously working on the State Road 162 bridge over the Straight River near Maltersville in the Hoaxing Bottom southeast of the city, as well as the State Road 164 bridge over the Patoka River here in Jasper. Patching and resurfacing work will be performed on both bridges at that time. NDOT says during the operations, 1 lane will be closed on each bridge. Traffic will be controlled by a temporary signal. Traffic delays are expected, so NDOT urges motorists to leave early and leave extra time to get to your destination. Work on the bridges is expected to last until mid-October, depending upon weather conditions. NDOT urges drivers to slow down and stay alert near crews. In a look at other local news, the Jasper City Council discussed a recommended fee list from the Jasper Park Board in regards to the Parkland's Pavilion during Wednesday night's meeting. Proposed fees discussed during the meeting could potentially include booking and rental fees, a refundable deposit, and if the event is catered, a plate fee charged to the caterer. Also discussed was the idea that a caterer to events would have to be chosen from an approved list of food and alcohol providers. Another idea reviewed and under consideration was Friends of the Parklands. Those who have given $50,000 or more in donations to the Parklands project will be able to forego a booking fee. Discussion focused around the per plate cost and catering list, which is still being developed. The council was assured that the fee pricings were competitive with surrounding area venues. Council members expressed concern over the high cost, with some wondering if there could be some alternative fee pricings for small events like lunch meetings. The issue was tabled for the next council meeting. A disturbance at a Ferdinand manufacturing facility Wednesday afternoon eventually led to the arrest of a Huntingburg man on a pair of charges, one drug-related. 20-year-old Jonathan Ramirez of Huntingburg was arrested by Ferdinand police on Wednesday at Master Brand Cabinets after he was reported to have made disturbing statements that drew attention to himself while in an office waiting room of the company. Employees at Master Brand reported that Ramirez was exhibiting signs that he was under the influence. Police later found that Ramirez had driven his passenger car that was left running outside of the plant and that he was in possession of marijuana, rolling papers, and a small marijuana cigarette. He was taken into custody and charged with misdemeanor counts of disorderly conduct in possession of marijuana. After being cleared by the medical staff at Memorial Hospital in Jasper, Ramirez was taken to and booked into the DuBois County Security Center. Ferdinand police were assisted by a deputy with the DuBois County Sheriff's Department and Memorial Hospital security and staff. Superior Ag has announced the promotion of Ryan Coleman as the company's safety and compliance manager. Coleman has been with the company for the last 4 years and has over 10 years of management experience. Coleman previously managed county safety programs through the Pike County Highway Department, Emergency Management Services, Health Department, and Public Safety, including school safety programs at Pike Central High School as the Director of Support Services. He will work closely with current Safety Director John Woods, who plans to retire in 2019. Coleman will be responsible for compliance with all environmental and safety regulatory agencies and will work out of the Huntingburg Administrative Office. 8th District Congressman Larry Bhushan was recently honored by the Biotechnology Innovation Organization for leadership as an innovator in biotechnology. In a release, Bhushan says he's honored to be recognized for his work in advanced common sense legislation that provides incentives for advancement in biotechnology. He noted that as a physician, he's seen firsthand how the continued development of technology means that more patients can be treated and more lives saved. The biotech and life science industry is an integral part of the U.S. economy, creating high-skill, high-wage jobs that are innovating in the health, energy, agriculture, and environmental industries. In Indiana, the biotechnology industry supports over 58,000 jobs across 1,700 companies and has a $78 billion economic impact on the Hoosier economy. Congressman Bhushan is a physician and Republican member of the House of Energy and Commerce Committee, serving his 4th term representing Indiana's 8th Congressional District. And if you are traveling out of the state, the Indiana Department of Health is urging Hoosiers to get vaccinated and take other steps to protect themselves as neighboring states that are experiencing outbreaks of hepatitis A are on the rise. Kentucky and Michigan have reported significant outbreaks of hepatitis A, a highly contagious viral infection of the liver. Kentucky has more than 300 cases, the majority of which have occurred in the Louisville area, and Michigan has more than 800 cases, including 25 deaths. Indiana, which typically sees fewer than 20 cases of hepatitis statewide each year, has confirmed 77 cases since January, many of which are related to an outbreak in southern Indiana. Deputy State Health Commissioner and state epidemiologist says with popular tourist events coming up in other states, many Hoosiers will be traveling to areas impacted by hepatitis A. State officials would like to see them remain safe. Staying safe includes getting vaccinated and thoroughly washing your hands before and after preparing food, and eating and after using the restroom are simple, safe, and effective ways to prevent the spread of hepatitis A. Since 2014, Indiana has required children to be immunized against hepatitis A prior to entering school. However, anyone who may be at risk, especially food handlers in facilities that serve large numbers of people, is urged to get vaccinated. And finally, ground was broken Wednesday for the first hotel at Westgate at Crane Technology Park. The new facility will consist of 72 units and combines a sleep-in, which caters to guests planning for shorter stays, and a mainstay hotel for those staying longer. Both are brandings of Choice International Hotels. The hotel, which will be owned by Mike Hicks, who also owns the Comfort Suites and Legend of French Lick in Orange County, will have an indoor pool, business and fitness centers, free Wi-Fi, and offer complimentary breakfast. Hicks says the hotel is conveniently located and will serve anyone from government employees to families traveling for local athletic tournaments. The facility is expected to be completed in less than a year. That's been a look at news. Stay tuned. Your weather and outlook and extended forecast is up after this.